Hi, everybody, and welcome to Comics You Should Be Reading. This is a new segment off of Reads Reads here that we'll be doing. Come check them out. They'll be posted on mylifeasacomicbookreader.blogspot.com. So I'm here just to do a couple of quick little things on books you should be reading right now in the comic sense. One of the first ones I'm actually going to talk about, I'm actually going to talk about two today. First one I'm going to actually talk about is Molly Danger here, about Jamal Igoe, Juan Castro, and Ramiro Fardin Jr. Now, you've heard me talk about Molly Danger quite a lot last year. This was a series that actually was made possible. It's a creative owned and launched through Action Lab Comics by Jamal about Molly Danger, a superhero here, which is an all ages book and everything of the superhero we all been waiting for. This is actually a great book. It is all for it's for an all ages and everything. It's got fantastic artwork. It's got a great story, and it's just the first volume. The reason why it works so well is because it's a superhero book that's in classic sense. There's no graphic violence, there is no swearing, there is no nothing. It actually deals with some really familiar themes here, from remarriages, what happens when you're a superhero, but then you're considered not only a public menace, but kind of back it up a little bit without being too over the top or ridiculous. And I mean, for a series right here, which is the first of hopefully a 5 to 6 volume series here, with volume 2 hopefully coming out within the next year. It's very affordable. You can get these on Amazon, Walmart, everything. And Molly Dangers is just a great book. You want a great story, artwork, characters, villains. This is the book you should be picking up right here. Molly Danger, Book 1, Volume 1, Mighty. I highly recommend this book. Now, on another book I'm actually going to recommend that you should be reading is one that's actually been in the news quite a bit, a lot, and everything. That is the current Ms. Marvel series here by G. Will Wilson and Alfiano, who better known from the Runaways series. Ms. Marvel, what's really is, despite whatever you want to say about it, considering the fact it deals with a girl who has, Pakistani heritage as well as Muslim and everything else, the truth is it actually takes the classic sense of Peter Parker. If you know, when Peter Parker first debuted 50 years ago, he was the down on his luck nerd, but he was the everyman. He had problems. He didn't have a lot of friends. He liked girls, but he didn't know how to approach them, and vice versa. He had bullying. He had everything else there too, and then he got superpowers. And then he decided to go cash out on them, and unfortunately, when he was not responsible, his uncle died, and in doing so, he vowed that that would never happen again, and of course, a crime fighter was born. Here in Ms. Marvel, you have Kamala here, who is a huge, Carol Danvers fan, the original Ms. Marvel, the current Captain Marvel. And the truth is, she writes fan fiction. She loves the adventures. She is 16 years old, doesn't really know where she fits in or anything else. She has friends, but she has other problems dealing with being 16 years old. And then all of a sudden, her magical wish is granted. She finds out she gets hit by the Tringian mists from Infinity, and she becomes a polymorph, able to shapeshift and everything. So she decides to become like her idol, Ms. Marvel. However, she realized right away here, power aren't what they're all cracked up to be. On her first outing as a superhero, making herself look like Ms. Marvel, the original costume, she ends up saving a girl who's popular, who's kind of a small bully, not too much, really, one more verbal and social network, and ends up saving her life, and she just capitalized off it. After that, her powers go out of control. She causes destruction at school, which she tries to get out of, but she's blamed for that. She deals with sneaking out on her parents, her brother, who's kind of living at home and mooching off her parents. And then she actually sees her friend getting mugged up, who she doesn't know is her brother, who's trying to get money for a supervillain that's up and coming, and goes to beat him. What happens is she gets shot by him, and it's a big later up that maybe being a superhero isn't what it's cracked up to be. And it's so naturally done. I mean, it's so well done as a series and everything that you cannot help but love Kamala and all her characters. The supporting cast, from Bruno to her brother to her parents. I love her dad, to just the fact that what she's trying to do, and she's really trying to grow into a role, both psychologically and physically. And I think it works really great as a series, and I'm really hoping it's going to ride around a long time. But these right here are books you should be reading in the comic sense for all ages. They deal with real world problems. They are well done. They have great story, great characters, and you can't help but root for all of the characters involved. There's not really a lot of black and white here. It works really well as both the series here, and I highly recommend them. I give them both A pluses. So those are books you should check out: Ms. Marvel and Molly Danger, Book 1. And on that, everybody, I am finished for this very first segment. Join me next week where I will be talking about another book you should be reading. I think you'll be a little surprised what series I'm going to pick out. On that note, check me out, of course, at mylifeasacomicbookreader.blogspot.com and follow our links to our Facebook page right below for Miles in Spider-Man's boots, as well as our other official Facebook page for My Life as a Comic Book Reader. I'll see everybody later and have a good time.